Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome indeed to a special edition of the Mark Moses Show podcast, as we're always broadcasting from the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Take back control of your life. Call them today. Yes, it's Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys. And I say special because I've not talked to this gentleman in a couple years during a broadcast, and I had to bring him on as a Heat lifer. After 83 points last night by Bam, he is Jeremy Marks-Peltz, Mr. JMP with, yes, ESPN West Palm. Dude, how you doing today?
Dude, it's great to talk to you. It's great to connect again. And Ivan brought
The Bam.
the Bam Vice t-shirt jersey. It is
Uh,
actually not mine. It is my wife's because I'm not a t-shirt jersey person at all. But
mm,
thankfully, it's men's sizes. And I wore it just for you.
I appreciate that. I told my brother this morning, there must have been people in South Florida like, hey, you want to go to the Heat game on a random Tuesday? And they're probably thinking like, all right, who are they playing? The Wizards. Nah, it probably won't be that interesting. What are your thoughts? Random Tuesday, the Wizards, 83 points.
I mean, it's one of the most surreal things I've ever seen. And from like a couple different levels. I mean, number one, like 83 points in a game. I mean, when Kobe scored 81, what, like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
um, that kind of seemed like, and I know that's not, Wilt is the record, but it kind of seemed like no one was ever going to exceed 81 because it's just like such a difficult thing to do and
Mm.
requires so many shot attempts and just like the right, kind of team out there. And to see not just a Heat player, not just somebody that you have to feel really happy for because he gets dumped on a lot and sometimes, warranted, sometimes not. Um, but Bam Adebayo, who like he's not a scorer.
Mm. Yeah.
Like our friend Evan Cohen said this morning, if you had to pick, like if you were to say that somebody from the Heat was going to have like a 40 or 50 point game, like forget about 83 and list like who's most likely, Bam's probably third on that list. Like it's Tyler Hero, it's Norm Powell, and of course Hero was out yesterday. Norm's been hurt for a while, and then maybe it's Bam. It's just it's crazy. Like the way that the game, went in the fourth quarter, whether you like it or not, it's like I don't even know how it's possible.
And it was possible. It was. I'm with you. I would say Tyler Hero because I swear 2 days ago, wasn't he named like player of the week or was it player of the month in the Eastern Conference? Tyler Hero, and he's putting up these stats, and I'm still in shock. And I want you to know this. It's the first time I've ever been on Twitter where the algorithm, it got confused. So many people were writing about Bam that the timeline made no sense because 62. No, wait, he has 70. Wait, no one could keep up. Dude, that first quarter was phenomenal by Bam. He came out, he had 30 points, and you're like, maybe we got something special. I would have been fine with the 62 to beat LeBron. But no, he kept going. Dude.
He did that. He did that by the end of the third quarter.
It's so great. And then Dwayne Wade was kind of calling out the team. And dude, again, Bam Adebayo, is this the most random thing to ever happen to the Miami Heat as a Heat lifer? I have to ask you.
I mean, I think it's either that or, and this is like one of the most memorable games. I'm sorry to bring this up because it's against your Chicago Bulls.
What? What are you
But
going to say?
the year that the Bulls won the title they had the 96, maybe the greatest team ever. Um, we played the Bulls. It was in the middle of us making like two different like 5-player trades, and we ended up with 8 players,
Mm.
including Rex Chapman, who like had like a 40-point night and went off and like our 8-player team beat MJ and Pippen and the
Uh-huh.
Bulls. And like, that's one of those just random memories that like is indelible for me. That's the only thing that I can think of. I mean, it's, I don't want to be prisoner of the moment, but like 83 points
I
from a
know.
guy who doesn't score like 43 free throws. The Wizards, I guess at some point, I don't know why it took like 65 or 70 points or something, but the light bulb clicked about how they didn't want to be scored on anymore. So they started triple teaming him and still have to foul him. It's just, I mean, I've never seen anything like this before. And I will say, did you have a bunch of negative like social media tweets?
Yes, not from me, but from all these
No,
jabronis
like in
out
your
there.
algorithm.
Not
Yeah.
okay. When I started seeing the hate last night, I said there's only one man to call. It is Jeremy Marks-Peltz, because I know deep in your heart you love the Heat, and you also love defending the Heat because you went through the LeBron Wade team that won multiple titles, and the whole country hated you guys with a passion. Did that, when you see all this hate towards Bam Adebayo, does that start to come out again where you need to defend your Miami Heats?
Well, it's funny because my initial reaction, and I'm not surprised at all. Like this is just, and I tweeted this morning at JMP 1063 if you want to see tweets that just go in the ether. But I tweeted this morning, I'm like, the reaction to Bam just proves like our generation, there are so many people that success to them is seeing players and teams fail. Like that's what they get happy about. And they're miserable when you have players and teams succeed. So like when you have a guy score 83 points, like they're happier by picking it apart. And ripping on Spo and how did they keep him in the game and all these free throws and stuff. So that part didn't surprise me. And then later in the day when I'm seeing it more like, yeah, that like, all right, fine. It's like Heat versus the world, like, like
Yeah.
Heat versus the haters. It's like, all right, bring it on. Um,
You love it. You love it from the bottom of your heart. Forget the
oh, I
Dolphins
do.
getting it's like Malik Willis, whatever, Tua to the fountain. No. This is the Heat because in your lifetime, you've actually seen this team win championships and you believe in the Godfather. This, it's like WWE wrestling. Are you ready now moving forward when it comes to the Heat?
Well, and here's another thing that's interesting that I was thinking about. And the Heat have been frustrating the last few years. They get too much grief considering that they've made two NBA finals this decade. But I understand, where like people thought they were going to get Dame Lillard and Giannis and all this stuff, and then recently there's a lot of criticism about, well, if you're not going to get better in the trade deadline, if you're not going to get a superstar, well, then why don't you go the other way, whether it's tanking, whether it's like selling off some of your players? And that's just not the way the Heat are ever going to do things, like it or not. But yesterday kind of shows like it's ultimate defense of why they're right, because if they start going the other direction and don't try to win every single game, you don't have what happened last night. And, the game plan obviously wasn't for Bam to go off like that,
No.
but they had so few. I mean, the Hero was out, Norm was out, Khalil Ware was out. Like, they had so few options that I'm sure this was whether it's Spo saying it or Bam knowing, like, he's got to be like, it's a Bam game. And, Bam is a confidence player. Like, Bam is you can probably tell within, like, the first quarter, is this going to be a night where he's aggressive and, like, his shots falling and he's going to go for 20-25, or is this going to be a passive Bam night? And so, like, I'm sure being aggressive was like the only thing in his head. but then just, yeah, you have the 31-point quarter, and it's just like the ultimate confidence.
The question is then, why is he not dropping 30 a game? That's what I don't get. I don't understand.
I know I was talking to someone, they immediately said that, and I was like, I was gonna wait a day or so,
Did they have
before
your answer?
it's like the 24-hour rule, enjoy this today and then tomorrow, but yeah, it's 100% fair. It's like, you know, it's fine, like, you don't have to drop 30 every single game, but it's like, I don't want, it's fair to not expect that we should ever see passive Bam,
Mm-mm.
4 for 9, gets the ball in a spot, pump fakes like 3 times. Like, no, dude, you scored 83. Like, you don't have to say you're a scorer, but like, you can be a scorer at any time. Like, you had the second highest point total in the history of the NBA. Like, so no more, like, you're not a scorer.
Um, I like you bring up Tyler Hero. What's he thinking today? He sits out like, oh, you guys need me. I'm the best scorer on this team. And he's sitting there on the sideline, or he's at home, wherever he was. All right, maybe I need to rethink things. Like, what is he thinking right now if you're Tyler Hero on this team?
I think I mean, I think he was at the game. I think I remember seeing him, like, like celebrating stuff. Tyler and Bam have like been close though. And it was like I think they got closer the last couple years, where you had, Jimmy and, his team and a couple players that got along with Jimmy, but it was just such a, you know, just so much of a schism going on with that team. That, like, Bam and Tyler were like the next in line. So I think Tyler's just thinking he's happy for his boy.
All right, let's end with this. And I appreciate you jumping on with me. My brother and I, we would like to offer a trade in the future. We would like to offer 10 first-round picks for Bam Adebayo and his girlfriend Age Wilson's like child. Because if they have a son, forget LeBron. Will this be the greatest genetic basketball player of all time? Because honestly, I think Wilson still might be a better basketball player than Bam Adebayo. What are your thoughts?
She's a natural. I mean, she's a natural scorer.
She is.
Like, I think Bam probably, like, they play one-on-one. Bam probably wins most of the time, but
she is a 4-time MVP.
Didn't she just put up like 50 something, like,
yes,
recently?
She is the best player in the WNBA. Yeah. She must have told Bam, look, start shooting that ball, buddy. Just shoot it. Who cares? Don't listen to Spo. Start shooting that ball.
No, you're right.
This weekend, I never thought I'd say this. There's a big game in Miami this weekend with playoff positioning on the line. Magic and Heat. That is a good game this weekend now. I am excited.
I know. It's like the 720th time that the Heat play the Magic.
It's a good game. And
it's always like a play-in or like playoff play-in implications.
I thought of you. I was at the store and there was a Cheez-It, seriously, a Cheez-It display, and it had Jimmy Butler on it. And he's like, hey, I'm Jimmy Butler. Never should have left the Heat. Okay. Never should have left.
Oh, well, he should have a different attitude, but I'm so glad that
Yes.
I'm so glad. And the Golden State Warriors need to avoid doing what the Heat did. Get out of it a year early before a year late. Get rid of him this offseason.
Jeremy Marks-Peltz, Mr. 83. Thanks for coming on. Have a great day. All right, buddy?
Always a pleasure, Mark.